Okay guys, it's Marshall here, and we're going to be doing something a bit different. I know normally I do Total War type stuff, but I really have been playing Total War recently, and as you can see, this isn't a Total War game. This is Starcraft 2, as I'm assuming you all know, unless you've been living under a rock for the last 2 years. It's a huge game, very popular. Similar aspects to Total War, in some regards with the micro. But I'm not going to get into Total War. This is StarCraft. And what I'm going to be doing is trying something different. I have a 5-game set here. Not against the same players, just laddering. And it's me getting from Platinum League into Diamond League. And I won all 5 of these games in a row. And yeah, that win streak propelled me into Diamond League finally, after trying to get there for the last season and a half. So I am the blue Protoss player. My opponent is the red Zerg, Forza. My pseudo clan, WGS, it's just a bunch of friends from school and I. Basically a fake clan. Whenever someone asks us what the clan is, we say World Gay Society. Again, don't ask why, it's just sort of somewhat of an inside joke. So as you can see here, I scouted at 9 Pylon Scout. Which some people don't like to do, but I like to do it against Zerg just to see if they're going 14 gas, 14 pool, or they're going 15 hatch, 14 pool, or vice versa. So as you can see, this Zerg Forza decides to go 14-14. I think that was actually a 15-14, a bit late, and I'm going to be going Forge Fast Expand, but I don't think I saw the gas and pool. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Let's check. Yeah, I did see the gas and pool, so I think I'm pretty safe here. I think he's just putting out a late expansion, so I'm going Nexus first, which can be very dangerous, especially against a gas pool opening. But if I can wall it off in time with cannons and gateways, I should be fine holding it. I probably have no right winning this game, if I remember it correctly, because my scouting is absolutely lackluster. As you can see at the very beginning, I have no idea what my opponent is actually doing. So I'm playing incredibly blind and incredibly, I guess, overconfident, you could say, since I really don't know what my opponent's doing. And I'm going to rely on a build I generally do against Zergs. And I've become so comfortable and accustomed to the Zergs going for a roach deck that it will come back and bite me in the ass because I don't scout properly and I make bad assumptions. But somehow I still am able to pull out the victory. I'm going to actually throw in a lost game in here as well, just so I'm going to actually, yeah, I'll cast 6 games, so I'll throw in a lost game as well, so just so you're not sure which game I'll win and which game I won't, although I already spoiled this one for you guys. So I'll throw in a couple lost games as well, and I'll just call the series Getting to Diamond, but this will be the first game in the series. It seems pretty standard here, getting my gas after my Forge. Fast Expand. I still haven't completely walled off because I don't think I'm under any direct threat from the Zerg player, who himself is just getting his expansion now, which is very late compared to mine. Whenever Zerg gets their expo up behind a Protoss, you know something weird is going on. So I'm actually going to take a supply lead here soon. Pretty sure I have a worker lead as well, yeah, I have a worker lead as well. So that's very odd for a Protoss player to have. Seems to be going pretty heavy on gas, so that should say something to me. That could either be a Roach bust or a Baneling bust, but there's no Roaches or Banelings coming out. Again, I'm not scouting properly, so I have no idea what he's actually doing here. So we'll speed this up a bit, just to save a bit of time. I'm going to be throwing down my Robo, so I can get my Observer up, see what exactly my opponent's doing. I know this Overlord's here, and I'm pretty sure I get out of Stalker to deal with that. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just throwing down more gateways, increase my production. It looks like I'm going to be doing a +1 timing attack. It's my opponent. But my opponent, unbeknownst to me, is getting a Spire tech, which means he's going to have a bunch of Mutalisks out. And I'm going blind into an anti-roach push, which can be pretty bad if I don't know what I'm going against. I think I do have an observer here soon. Yeah, I do have an observer, and again, I don't scout properly with my observer, which is very, very poor on my part. I don't exactly know what I was doing this game, but oh well. I do get supply blocked here, which is a very bad time because that's when all my gateways kick in, so I can start actually producing. But I can't produce anything because, like the idiot I am, I supply block myself. So I'm gonna have to kill my forge here to get my units out. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna begin my push here soon. I do have a supply lead, but again, he's got mute attack, and that's gonna slow down my push because as soon as I see these, I have to pull back. I can't sacrifice all my probes yet. So I have to pull my stalkers back and sentries and try to push away these mutas. And I know right now I'm going to be behind. Like, I know I have to do something here to cause damage to the Zerg. Because if the Zerg gets a massive mutaball, right now with my army composition, I won't be able to deal with it. So I have to push now and do some significant damage to the Zerg. Otherwise I'm going to be behind all this game. And I won't, unless I do, like, force his mutaball back. You can see here, I'm starting to push, so his mutas won't be able to continue to harass me. If they do, he's going to lose this game. So he has to pull back, which gives me vital time to start getting some more units in different tech, but also allows me to take out his natural here and stop mining more. So that helps me greatly. I'm going to lose this entire army here, but it's kind of necessary just so I could do some damage to him. And I can easily hold any counter push here by the Zerg player because he simply doesn't have the... Although he does have a lot of minerals, he simply doesn't have the gas production he needs to continue to make mass mutas at this point in time. So I'm going to switch into a Twilight tech, which I should have dropped down sooner, just so I can get Blink Stalker so I can actually deal with this muta harass and mutaball that I'm going to be dealing with soon. The Zerg player is basically only on one base. I don't know why he didn't transfer these workers over to his third. The Zerg player was... Oh, I remember this guy. He was actually very bad-mannered after the game. He sent me quite a few messages saying how much better he was than me and how I had no right to win this game. But when you make mistakes like that, when you have them long distance mining, when you have a fully operational third that you could be using, yeah, you're making dumb decisions. You have 13k minerals banked ready to use, and you're not using them. You're not really missing anything at home. I'm just using my Blink Stalkers to, well, they're not even Blink Stalkers yet, but just my Stalkers to push back his harassment. I'm going to try to set some proxy pylons for my push, but I don't get that in time. My beautiful force field that does nothing. So now I feel rather confident. I know he doesn't really have much of mining, or at least his mining only just got back up because I killed his natural. So I'm going to push out. I feel like I have an advantage due to my +1 and him having mutas. So I'm going to blink back here, ward off his attack, and then I'm pretty sure I'm going to push, and this is going to be all in. If this doesn't work for me, this game is over. But I do get lucky sniping Overlord, so that 1300 minerals he has, he can't produce anything with, which caused him to make 5 Overlords. Bit of an overreaction, but look at all this money and minerals he has. He could easily get out more units. Even just some Zerglings would help him greatly here when this push comes. He's going to blink under all those mutas, force field kill or Zergling, and really not a lot he can do at this point. He's going to lose all his drones at his natural. GG, that's too many, what the fuck. Protoss OP, can't spell Protoss, leave the game, rage quit. So that's going to be the first game in the series. It's not exactly a very entertaining game. It's more me just fucking up and tech switching just in time. Him not using his minerals, his resources to the best of his ability, or not having the greatest of game sense. I don't want to trash him, but yeah, there are things he could have done differently to win. I don't think I had any right winning this game, especially after I lost that first push. Yeah. Oh well, I hope you guys enjoy. I'm just going to put this one up as like sort of a sampler vid, and if you guys like this, I'll continue on with the series of I'll just call it Marshall getting the diamond. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. This guy was actually a top diamond player. At the time I was, I think, 3rd in my platinum league, and he was 5th in his diamond league. So yeah, I don't I don't really know what to say. He should have won this game by all means. But thank you guys for watching. This is Marshall signing off, and I hope you enjoy some StarCraft.